What has the Beastmen brought us?
Ooh, we have a Cygor not summoned, just brought to the battlefield to do some pretty nice siege damage. We have 2 units of poison doggos. We have 2 units of Centaurs with their sexy great weapons. We have not 1 but 2 Gorbals, Tim and Jim. One of them naked, one of them brings Slaughterer's Call. For the Lord, we have Malagor the Dark Omen with the Lore of the Wild. He is bringing Bestial Surge for some extra speed when he's casting. Unholy Power. Something Wicked Comes This Way, which is a pretty badass name. Primal Fury, of course. And for spells, we have Devolve and Savage Dominion to get a second Cygor if he wants. We also have Arcane Conduit. For the infantry, we have not 1 but 2 Beastigors. Interesting choice. Tech against Greatswords. We have 2 units of Ungor Spearman Herd. And the middle, for the main line, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 units of Gore Herds with shields, each with 2 units of experience. So, pretty interesting army.
Very interesting army indeed. For the Empire, we have a bit more of a somewhat normal army. 2 units of Empire Knights, 2 units of Empire Knights, 1 Altdorf Griffites, 1 Sindler's Reichsguard. We got a Lord in the Air, General of the Empire with Potion of Toughness and Stand Your Ground. 4 units of Flagellants, one of them being the Tatter Souls. And 1, 2, 3 units of Spearmen and 1, 2, 3 units of Handgunners, one of them being the Silver Bullets. And last but not least, Light Wizard with Scroll of Power and the Net of Amithark.
There you go.
So a very
Moving faster.
I think the Empire army a little bit different from the standard because of the extra cavalry, but otherwise it seems like pretty normal what you bring against Beastmen, right? You gotta net those Gorbals and then you gotta shoot them.
Indeed. The Cygor's gonna be interesting. I don't think it's gonna get a lot of value, to be honest, unless he just keeps nailing those silver bullets, which he can right now because they're hidden. He's just shooting at garbage.
Yeah, he's hitting the Flagellants a little bit, but he's gotta really get in there, right? He's gotta use it in melee as well. What you gotta do is that you gotta fire, run, fire, run, fire, run. You can't just stay there all the time.
And there goes that Net of Amithark. And it's going to net 2 Gorbals, not just 1, because he's charging them together. Which will be pretty devastating. It looks like the Overcast did hurt the Light Wizard, but that Gorbal's right down to 4/5 of his health. Pretty damaged. Also, the main battle is taking place. Not everyone's getting the charge off, unfortunately. And it looks like a Cygor friendly fire hit those Gorbals.
Yeah, gotta be careful. Like another Cygor was summoned, but the handgunners are shooting completely uninterrupted. So, I mean, at this point you gotta wonder what are you gonna do against these handgunners, and all your cavalry units are pretty much being caught here. So those handgunners are just gonna completely wreck your Gorbals, and when they're done with the Gorbals, they're just gonna go on the Cygor. So you gotta watch out here.
Yup, and that second Cygor really needs to move up right now. He's very obstructed. Also, there's a lot of units of the Beastmen not being used. 1 cav unit, the whole left flank. Not looking very good.
Yeah, Beastman's gonna have to do something here, because it is indeed not looking very good.
Malagor
is coming in there to stop him, and where's the General of the Empire? He should probably just ignore this and go straight for Malagor, who does not have a bodyguard right now.
Indeed. He's helping out in the cav fight, which again is basically already won. The Gorbal's just fighting. But again, that other Cygor, he's obstructed, he's not firing at anything, he's just wasted.
Yeah, that's the issue of just bringing a Cygor. If you're not microing it well, artillery can end up being obstructed sometimes. And yeah, it's just standing there, 1600 gold, just being like, oh hello Bob, how are you doing today? Me, I just have my rock, and he's not really doing much with it. At least the summoned Cygor is doing something, right?
Agreed. Also on the other flank, looks like the other cav battle is underway, and those Empire soldiers are just cutting down those Beastmen. Although the spears are in that fight, so it will do pretty well.
Will do pretty well indeed.
Finally,
on the left
Cygor's
flank, the cavalry is also starting to finish up the enemy here, and then it's just gonna move in and destroy everything in the back. And yeah, I'm not quite sure how Beastman is gonna pull this one home, because I feel like there's been a few fatal micro mistakes that might have cost him the game.
Agreed, and that general is getting routed and terrified by the General of the Empire. And it looks like through the entire line, the Greenskins are routing.
Ready? Stop.
Greenskins?
No, sorry,
That's
Beastmen.
an interesting green skin army.
Yeah, they're not even green anymore.
Yep. They got their shit handed to them, so they're not even green.
There you go.
But yeah, I think this is just a clear showcase of micro, someone who knows how to micro his army well versus someone that's not on top of his micro game. Of course, these tournaments are for learning, so
Yeah.
it's quite understandable. But that's definitely something that the Beastmen players gotta, focus on practicing, because you cannot forget your units like that. His cavalry didn't really do too much. It wasn't used, and then it just got charged onto. And then his Psycho stood in the back, not doing too much either. And GG. It looks like Shidoku takes the game 2-0.
Indeed. Another thing is that Cygor. Why did he charge as a Beastman if he had the artillery advantage? He should just sat back and let him shell.
Yeah, he should have stayed closer together with the Psycho too. There's no reason in moving out when you're just throwing rocks at the enemy.
You guys just charge when he gets his guns in range.
Yeah.